Hello, welcome to another section. Today we are looking at the market performance for the week ended 21st of February, and I will tell you that the market has been struggling seriously for the past 4 weeks, and you will know why this market is so. For the week ended, opened at 27,755.85 and closed at 27,388.62, losing 1.32% in just 1 week, higher than the previous week 1.11%. It tells you that the market is not smiling at all. And the factors that are behind this is as a result of one, CBN adjustment of the cash reserve ratio, which I have mentioned severally in my write-up, and not only that, the economic data or figures that are macroeconomic data that are coming out, they are not looking good. They are really just making things more difficult for the economy and the market. As I said earlier, that you can't separate the economy from the market. At the same time, politics from the economy, and at the same time, and the market. You see that in 2019, toward the end of 2019, I want to use this chart to illustrate things before we go further. If you look at as at December 27, the market turned up and a rally into as high as January 13. That was when Nigeria was recorded as the best equity market for year to date in the world. Those because our market have been on trend. And what were the factors driving this market as at then? It was a result of what? The same policy of CBN that made the money market rate to go as low as 30% for some treasury bill for 90 days. All we're looking down. Fine. As we speak now, those factors are still there. But what happens that when CBN came out with the adjustment after they had the first MPC meeting that was held on the 23rd and 24th of January, you can see on this chart. Since then, the market has been on a downtrend. Almost losing all market gain for the first trading days of January. Market is almost losing all, just because what? The news of the adjustment kept the market straight down for more than 2 weeks before it tried to rebound, but no factors holding it, no much liquidity. And what are the factors? I always say that liquidity is very important in the market. And if you remember, I said it both on our tapes and in the class that 80% of market and sectoral performance control what? Prices or influence prices. When there's no liquidity in the market, company performance can only have 20% on what? On its price. And when the liquidity is in the market, a market is imparting the price at 80%, company bringing out good results, you see the stock will catch fire. But now you see that because there's no liquidity in the market, even as companies that are posting good numbers, they can't go far because of what? I said it earlier that 20% of company performance or company activities will have influence on what? On its price. But why 80% combined of the market and the sectoral activities? For example, you remember when funds were chasing stocks, you can see the movement. But now, if you look at your money flow index, it's very easy for us. Look at market funds are left the market to this level. This is when the market was in January. We have about 83. Money flow was reading money flow index was reading about 83%. That liquidity has entered the market. See, this world market right there in January, market moved speedily. But since then, market has been what? On a downtrend, just because of what? Single policy. Not only that, if you look at the factors that led or the reasons CBN gave for adjusting the cash reserve ratio up, is as a result of what? The rising inflation. And if you remember that last week, the same inflation figure for January was released, and inflation have rallied to as high as what? 12.8, and this is the highest in the last 21 months. It's a sign. And if you remember in August 2019, when the government announced closure of border, as at June inflation rate is almost going down as to hit the single-digit target of the CBN, which is about 9 points according to them. But as at July, the inflation rate was reading 11.02, almost going down to 10 points, before the closure of the border. That turned inflation because that turned prices of goods, for example. And since then, because the border is still closed, the thing, inflation is still riling up. It's a simple mathematics. Inflation does not just come overnight. One, border closure and insecurity. You know that food items has weight in the inflation calculation, in the basket of inflation, if you want to calculate inflation. And these food items are still high. If you look inward, insecurity has also worsened the case of price of goods going up. Many farmers are out of farm. Why? Because of insecurity. Bandits, Boko Haram, their farms are taken over. The fear cannot let them go to farm. These are the factors that are contributing toward the rising inflation. And I said earlier, almost in 2019 of it, that until the physical authority and the management come together to work as a team, let them have coordination, let them synergize, the economy will be dragging feet. Let the CBN ask all the best ideas of what to do using monetary policy. If the physical authority is going opposite to what they're doing, we will continue to move 2 steps forward and 8 steps backward as a nation. I think we need to address our economic issue. It is time for the government to review their policies. It is not wrong for you to say, what decision I've taken now, I've seen the impact, it's not favoring me, I can adjust it. People were saying, you close your border, insecurity, food items will naturally go high. Because we are not self-sufficient enough as a nation, despite the progress we say we are making in agriculture. It tells you that we need these little things that are coming from neighborhoods, no countries and island. Yes, it is good for us in other side, but another way is bad. We know where we are going as a nation. Have we built wall across our borders? No. Is it not the same security men are still manning the borders? Fine. If nothing has changed, let's know the items that are coming in. And now we have gone ahead to sign trade-free zone in Africa, and we're planning to use it in a unified currency called ECO. We need to know that we need to synergize. We need to work as a team. We need to interconnect trade in between African countries and all those. Fine. I'm telling you that even CBN has gone ahead again to bring another policy just because they have seen the volatility in the foreign market, and at the same time our dwindling external reserve. The idea that they have come with now is good one that will show up economic, that will show up our external reserve, and at the same time attract foreign direct investment and the portfolio investor to come, because they are now indirectly guaranteeing that naira devaluation in the next 5 years, in the next 2 years, is not there. Because going ahead to sell FS future for the next 18 months and beyond, it can help foreign investors to come to the nation and invest for long term. The idea of rushing in and rushing out will be there, because indirectly they have been guaranteed that as they are coming in at this exchange rate, they are going back in that exchange rate. That means their investment is secured. On that note, this should help the economy to recover fast. But nobody wants to enter in a state or environment that is hostile, especially with insecurity here and there. Free movement of goods is a problem in Nigeria, to speak. That means we need to sincerely tackle insecurity. Let's stop paying lip service to it. The government should sit up on this level, because it is having effect on the economy. As investor in Nigeria, local investor, you can't plan. Yes, this is earning season. We have seen the unaudited Q4 of these companies. We are not expecting their audited numbers. But because there is no liquidity, many people many investors, fund managers, that their investment in OMO has matured, their investment in Treasury has matured, their investment in bond has matured. They are sitting on their cash, waiting for the next direction. But if there is a clear direction, they can jump into the next investment window. But because the equity market is highly volatile as we speak now, due to regulation, due to economic indices, for that, many investors are sitting holding their cash. But the smart ones, especially the PFAs, if you look at the best performance PFAs for 2019, these are in PFAs that invest in equity. And if they are taking opportunity again as we speak, dividend yield alone coming from most of these companies listed in is going to clear more than 12%, 13% yield in less than 90 days. And that is why they're going to play it. But those that are fearful and those that are very conservative will still hold their phone. But also, another thing that if you want to go for foreign exchange, buy dollar and keep. And in the nearest 2 to 3 years, we're not likely to see devaluation. Why are you buying dollars to keep? It doesn't make sense. You need to make the money that are sitting on different bank cover and PFAs should be rolled out and invest in equity. When the stock market is doing well, all those small companies will also come to raise money to expand. They will be attracted. But when the market is on this trend, it discourages a lot of small scale business to go to the market, because even when they come, investors will not be ready because they are not making. It is when investors are making money in their investment that they can invest in any other window that open or any other company that comes to the floor to raise funds. I think it is time for the monetary and the fiscal authority to sit down and fine-tune their relationship. They are not there to work in isolation. They are there to work together to move the economy forward. When the first meeting of the Economic Advising Council meet with the president, they just re-echo what we have been saying, that there's no coordination between ministries and all those things. And it's true. When there's no coordination, you don't make progress. We need to put things together as a nation for economy to move. And also as an investor, you don't just invest in Nigeria. You look at all this because they have impact on your investment. Just the simple decision CBN take because of inflation on January 24th, when they read their communique after the meeting, you can see that it has put most of your investment in mess. You have made losses, even the ones you have gained, despite the few ones you are still making money. It tells you that if the market have remained in that momentum it started in the year, I'm telling you today, many foreign investors will be looking the way of this nation, the way of this the Nigeria market. And it says that with the new policy that CBN just released just about 2 weeks ago, it's another thing to attract them, but they can't come just because what? Insecurity. Just because we're hitting up our politics. Different states, you see protests here and there at the capitals of different states. It doesn't send good news about the country. It means that things are not working. I think it is best time now for the government and its economic manager to sit down and fine-tune their policies. Where their policy is not working, nothing stops them for changing it, reviewing it, and make it better. The idea of leaving the economy to run as if nothing is happening is a bad omen. We need to give our economic direction, and you don't give direction when there's what? When there's no policy. Our policy are working in different direction. Opposite, monetary policy is trying to put things, while the fiscal policy is trying to make things work in the other direction. We need to work as a team. People are saying close border. If you are closing border, we are not against closing border. It's a good idea. Insecurity, are we encouraging it? No. We need to nip it at the bud so that investment can come to this nation. You see, the money market is at this level, making things even easier for investors. Now that inflation has even kind of put your returns in most of other investment window in negative, and the only way you can hedge against your investment is investing in equity. And invest in equity, you are going to invest in companies that you know that can pass the increase in price to their customer. That will make them their earnings to become better, and they can sustain their price. That is one. Two, those companies that has good dividend in the short term, PFAs and other money managers, fund managers can also play them and make money on the short term. Why? Those stocks you are buying, you are not just buying for dividend. You buy that you know that even when the economy find its feet, they are likely to rebound. Once they rebound, I'm telling you that we are seeing an uptrend. And also, don't forget that recently, NSE is planning for what? To neutralize. That means debt capital is about to resurrect again. Those that are members of Nigeria Stock Exchange, once this company is neutralized, they have access to the shares of this company because they are the owner. And this share, when it's given to them, they will trade it. More they trade it, they can even use the shares for collateral. In the process, you see there will liquidity more in the market. On that note, we'll see that this market is likely to remain to close positive at the end of the year. But which stocks are you investing? That is why you need to look for, subscribe to Invest Data Buy and Sell Signal. Not only that, the 10 golden stocks for 2020, as we speak now, 2 or 3 of these stocks have met the target for this. I mean, if you're in those stocks, you can go and sleep because you have made the return that we have forecast for the year. As an investor, you need to know where to be. Yes, the market is not looking good, but there are still some stocks that are still giving returns. You need to know those stocks. The ones that have met the target for just less than 2 months of the new year, the target you want to achieve for the whole year, you can sell those stocks and hold your cash and watch. And now that it's earnings season, you can play dividend stocks depending on your investment goal. Investors need to take their investment decision in their hand and watch the market. Don't invest and go to bed and sleep. Invest and watch. Whatever that attracted you into any stocks, when they are saying that you can hold, but when those things that attracted you are disengaging or are disappearing, please sell off your investment. Stocks are not wives that we should hold. You are only there to make money. From my experience and my relationship with investors, most of the investors in Nigeria market, they know exactly when to buy stock, they don't know when to sell it. Just because of what? Either they don't have investment goal when they're entering or they're becoming greedy. If you have investment goal, they're going to make 20% in these stocks. I want to see that go away. Leave who is making 100%. It doesn't concern you. For example, now, in the last, Invest 2020 that was held in December, we put 150 days on some stock so that in that 150 days, if you have achieved your target, you go. You don't need to. As I said now, say 2 or 3 have met the target for the year. You can sell off those stock and relax. And some are still heading to meet it very soon, while some are still coming behind. You need to know these stocks and position immediately. That will change your portfolio. Once you know all this, I'm telling you, no matter how bad the market is, or the oscillating, the missentiment, negative sentiment, you can still smile home with gains from capital market. All you need just increase your knowledge, communicate, rub mind with those that are in the market. Before you know it, you are there in money in this year 2020. Yes, anybody that tell you that market is all win-win, the person is not telling you the truth. Your decision at times can turn against you, but your ability to take smart decision, exit and move, especially if those that attracted you, those things that attracted you in that company or decision are not there again. But if they are there, that you can still take add time or buy time, good, because I always say it again that after your technical analysis, your fundamental, another key thing in equity investment is patience. You can exit that stock today, the next day start bouncing, but that's why you need to know your time frame and the source of your fund. That will go a long way to guide you what to do per time when you are investing in equity. Now we are really in earnings season. The early filers have started coming with their numbers, and these numbers, market has reacted to the ones that are just came newly. Remember what happened to the stock like United Capital? When they hit the market with 50 kobo dividend, market responded to it. But because of that consciousness of I've made 30%, 10%, 50%, people have started taking decision. They sell down on Friday. I'm telling you, the stock is likely to go above 4 naira just because of what? The dividend is high. And also for traders, you can exit, but for those that are long-term investors that want to stay, you can take your dividend, but your investment goal should guide you. Yes, the first and the most profitable bank in Nigeria in terms of profit, in terms of net asset, they are standing at Zenith Bank. The result came out on Friday. Fine, the result is not too impressive, but mine to take the price up. But because there's no liquidity in the market, can drag feed. But towards the markdown, you know that they always do their things very short. I think the markdown is on the 10th of March or 9th of March. Between now and there, the price will adjust little up. You can still hold your Zenith if you are there. But for those that are long-term investors, pensioners that are in Zenith, take your dividend. You know that this is a stock that gives you dividend 2 times in a year. That's why your investment objective is very important. And also the bank has what it takes to move the price as high as 28, 30 naira. The book value of this stock as we speak now is 30 naira. And the fair value is 36 naira as we have worked on the result. We have posted it. You get it and read. And this also guide you what to do with Zenith Bank. And GTB is on that way. Access Bank, UBA, and a lot of them. But knowing that these 4 banks are the ones that are not resisted by CBN to pay dividend. But others in the second tier, that some of them that they are likely to look at CBN are likely to look at their book, decide what to pay. But for stock like Fidelity, I will tell you that Fidelity has really improved. If you look at Fidelity non-performing loan ratio, it has dropped even to below the CBN requirement, below 5%. And if you look at the loan to deposit, it's on the high side of about 92%. That means it's the only bank that even CBN decide to adjust the loan to deposit to 80, the bank is not worried. No, the bank is really bouncing back. And if you look at their earnings for full year unaudited account, they are paid about 1 naira 2 kobo. Yes, if CBN at this time can allow them to pay, now that the requirement by Central Bank, their liquidity ratio is still above CBN requirement, and their capital adequacy is still in order. For me, I think this bank at this time should start thinking of opening their game, to up their game in terms of dividend payment. But also, you don't expect them to pay all they have as dividend, because CBN also has plan of capitalizing the bank, which they have not fixed date. But I believe on earnings of 1 naira 2 kobo, the bank had the capacity of paying 20 kobo or 22 kobo from their earnings. And if that is done, I see the stock also moving up to around 280, 30 naira when the result hit the market. All depends on the level of liquidity in the market. I'm telling you, liquidity is key, because funds have left the market. I've shown you the money flow index. You see that how market is even as low as 3.8, from almost 83. It tells you funds have left the market as we speak. But because of this earnings season and dividend news, funds are likely to come back to the market in trickles gradually. And also, we expect that when the budget also is fully implemented, as going forward into the year, we'll also see little funds coming back to the market again. But for me, I see that this year it will be better than 2019 in terms of market performance. On that note, we'll draw the curtain here. See you. God bless you.